we'll have this top bar here, and all of this is the buttons you'll use in Studio. You have home, you have model, and you have avatar, and then you have test, view, plugin. Really need a lot of them for now, just the basic home probably, and that should be enough. Select, it just means you select a part or a group. Well, first off, we'll go to view, and you should need an explore tab here. As you can see on the right side, it shows all the parts in. You can drag over them, it'll just select all the parts in the thingy, and then if I delete them, they'll disappear. So this is the bar that'll show you all the pieces in the game, in the studio. And then the second thing you want open is properties, because this will show you like the properties of each part. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You won't have all this stuff when you first start off. You'll have basically an empty base plate. So what you first would want to do is these are my models, my building models, my building blocks that I used to build everything. But if you need to start off, you'll just go to Toolbox, I believe. Click Toolbox, and there will be like this bar here, and it'll show my models, and I'll go to Creator Store, and then I'll just look up Building Kit or something, and it should give me, all these parts I can build with. And these are the parts I would use to build something. So you'll pick a model of your choice, anything really. You can look up meshes, mesh shape pack. Watch, boom. You can just build with these, whatever you want. So anyways, let's just start with a basic brick. We can just insert one part, block, anchor it, because anchoring basically means if it's unanchored, it'll just fall down. Run. Boom, bump, and it fell. And so we're going to anchor it so it floats. Okay, it basically means everything stays exactly where it is. No gravity acts on it, and yeah, it won't just break apart. So R key to turn your part around, and then T to turn it around in a different way. Okay, so R and T to rotate your part. Pretty simple. R and T. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. Okay. Boom. Okay. Now Ctrl C just copies the part. I don't usually use Ctrl C, but these are the keybinds. The keybinds are probably the most important thing to memorize. It'll just make your job so much easier. T. Boom. And then we go to models, collisions. Collisions will just make it so you can't push a part through another part, which is kind of dumb. So I just turn these off most of the time. And then you go to model, and then we have the rotate and the move. These are important. Just leave rotate at like 5, because rotation out of 360 degrees, right? Because a circle is 360 degrees, and if you see this, rotate refers to rotate tool, and then the move studs, basically goes to the move button. So move, you can have 0.2, 0.1. You used to be able to go to 0, but I think they just stopped doing that, which is good because 0 is pretty crazy. If you want all your parts to like click together like this, you need this to add up to like a perfect 10. So 5 adds up to 10, or 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, it'll add up to 1, right? Or 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 1, right? So it won't ever mess up. See, as it's all equal, when you're moving these. Boom, 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 boom. As you can see, it's very connective on the edges. It connects and it doesn't get all like gross like this. And rotation, see all these little lines on there? That indicates how much out of 360 degrees. So 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You know, and then we can just go like this. 0, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. See, and it'll match perfectly to get, watch, it'll fall in place perfectly with this part again. Because it's a perfect 0.5 adds up to 100, it adds up to 360. 5 degrees adds up to 360 equally. So it'll always just equally go into that part. You don't want it to like end up like this and it's like, and it won't go any further. You know, you want it to perfectly be able to just hit that. Look, watch, perfect. You don't even know it's there. You don't even know the brick is there, which is what you want. So I recommend 5 degrees and 0.5 or 0.2 is my favorite ones that I use. My increments, my little increments here. That should be enough. I mean, not to brag, but I'm kind of a professional. So select, you just select, or click and hold, and you'll see this big box go over your screen, and you'll just put this box over parts, and it'll select all of these. And then, so I'll just take one of these and one of these. Not this one, I hate this one here. Okay, now we'll just click and drag, select both of them at the same time, and then what we're gonna do is another keybind. These are all the keybinds. Okay, Ctrl C and Ctrl V will just copy it. Okay, but that one isn't very good because it'll like move the parts up a little bit, and you have to like move them again. So what I like to do is Ctrl D for duplicate right inside the part. See, now Ctrl D, exactly where it was before. Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D, D. This is the most important keybind. Ctrl D right here. Ctrl D, Ctrl D. So memorize that. I'll just say it 100 times so you'll remember it. And then we'll just click and drag a box. And now we're gonna click Ctrl G to group these. And what a group basically is all these parts are in like a folder. It's like a mini folder. It's not exactly a folder, but it's like a folder for parts. And so all these parts are under this little model folder. It's basically, it just groups them together into one selection, and you don't have to reselect them, every single one. And if you want to select a certain part in the model, you're going to hold Control Alt, boom, watch, Control Alt, boom, boom, boom. So you don't have to like ungroup it. But if you want to ungroup it, Control U will ungroup it. As you can see, the simple stuff, and then Control G, and Control D, duplicate, Control D, Control D, boom, boom, Control D, Control D, Control D, boom, 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 boom. Transform, I don't know what transform is. So it's probably not important if I've been building without it this whole time. I haven't ever used it, so if you know, you'll probably have to look up a different video. But anyways, next up we have Material Manager, brick, materials, pretty self-explanatory. Then we'll have color. We can change the color. If you want more colors than this, you'll go over to properties, and then the color, the color with the number by it will just give you an infinite amount of colors you can change the part to. So you don't have to use these measly 20 drops of colors, like 10 colors up here, and then over here you have an infinite amount, basically, like night and day. And you can, okay, boom, and then we can Control D, and if this one's a different color, we can just go over here, and we can just copy this color, boom, and paste it in this one, boom. Same thing. It's same color now. Or you can just save them down here. Custom colors, you know, add custom colors. Because you won't find it up here, so it's kind of pointless. Anyways, go to the next part over, which is lock. And that basically just means you can't touch it. So see, I can't select it anymore, which is what the base plate is. So if you want to lock this part and have it so you don't accidentally move it, you can just lock it or unlock it. Done. You know, watch, if I unlock the base plate, I can just grab it and delete it. You really need a base plate though to like move parts on. You can't just have no base plate. That's kind of crazy. If you do that, you're kind of psychotic. I don't know what else to tell you. I've never seen somebody just delete the base plate before and just go total psycho. Everybody uses the base plate. So I'm just gonna lock that again because I don't want to accidentally delete it. That would be bad. That would be pretty bad. And so the unions are next. Basically what unions does is it basically groups these together. It's kind of like a mesh. See, watch. You know, it's kind of like a mesh. Boom, 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 boom. You know? And then we can separate these two parts. So it kind of connects them together. See, watch. Watch this. Let me just... I don't think I can actually union those. So boom, let's go this. And Control U, and then union. Oops, what the hell? Oh, it's a group. Control U. And now it's one part, you know. It's one part. You can stretch it as long as you want, and then yep. And then we can separate. And look, you stretched it. You can stretch models this way kind of as well. So, a negated part is just basically anti-parts. It's like the lack of parts. So if I want to cut, like if I want, it's basically a cut. I'll just go into here and I'll just make this negated, and then I'll just union these two parts, and look, it's they're connected in a way. See, and then separate. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just cut a whole circle into these parts. Let me copy the color and properties because I don't want a glitch to happen. Make sure these are all the same color so the inside of it isn't like a different color, because that sometimes happens. Negate, boom, union, boom. See a hole. But let's say you didn't change the color of the part, this hole would be like yellow and it would just look really weird. Let me show you. Separate, boom, negate. As you can see, see. If that's what you want though, that's good. But I don't really like that. It looks kind of weird. Anyways, that's the modeling, solid modeling or whatever. That's basically all you need for now. And let's get started with something pretty simple. So grab a part. Control D, boom. Watch this, watch this. I'll teach you a little trick as well. Let's say I'm making a pillar, right? And I want Control C, watch, there's a pillar right here in the center. Just group, like, let's say I want this part to be smaller than this part. Let me group it real quick, watch, and then boom, boom. Ungroup it, and now, voila, you have, it centers the part perfectly right away. So if I want it again, Control C, Control G, group it, even though it's one part, and then we can, you know, do this. Well, not really, because it, let me drop it down a little bit, 0.2 maybe. And yep, see, boom. Now it shrinks, look, it's perfect, perfectly even. And we didn't even do anything. Like, we didn't even do anything really. Control C, we'll just, I like Control C when I want it to like go on the top. See, Control C, Control C. When you Control C, it'll go up to the nearest empty place, and Control D will make it instantly inside, which is an important distinction. And you can use both of those to your advantage in different ways. Ctrl C, watch, boom, another part on top. See a perfect pillar here. A perfect pillar, perfectly symmetrical. And what we can do is Ctrl G, select these, Ctrl D, watch. Then we can shrink it down as well. If you want, we can Ctrl C, then shrink it down again, and Ctrl C and shrink it down again, and then Ctrl C and shrink it down again. But now the parts are like microscopic, and you won't be able to connect them very well. See, well, actually, maybe. But anyways. So let's say I want a circle in the center of this square here. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the circle or whatever this is. It's a head. Let me see if I can find a circle. Okay, here's one. Boom. It's great. Watch. So I have my circle and I want it perfectly in the center. I don't want to do it by hand. I want it perfectly in the center right away. I'll select this part. I'll go down to the CFrame, I believe, or yeah, CFrame, and click on this position, copy it, and then go into the sphere or the ball and go to CFrame and paste that in there. Boom, watch. It's right where you want it. It's perfectly centered. And then let's say I want this in the center of that. I'll just copy the ball, copy the position, CFrame position, and then paste the CFrame position. Boom, watch it. It's perfectly in the center. You don't even have to move parts around. You can just instantly, and if you want a model, watch this, it gets crazier. Let's say Control D, boom, watch, Control D, boom. Then Control D, boom. Let's say, let me grab this ball right here, this sphere right here. Let's say you want this sphere in the center of this model right here, boom. Okay, you want the sphere sort of in the center. Just go here, go down to position. You see that? Copy the position, and then select this model, and then go to the origin, and then put that in the position, and then boom, watch. And just move it up a little bit. Wow, perfectly centered. And that's what I did over here, as you can see. I just grab this origin position, copy that, and then go to origin position and copy it into the part you want. Oops, what the hell? What the hell? I just screwed everything. Boom, boom, boom. See? Simple. Perfectly centered. No worries. Everything's perfectly centered. You don't have to worry about making it even. You can just make it even forcefully. See, watch. And if you want to find the center of these two parts, let's say we have two parts right here. And you're like, I want a part in the center of these, right? Because you might need that for like making things even or whatever. Or I can go down to size and just make it 4, 4, 4. Make it even, so it it fits. Let's make it a different color so you can see it. I'll make it red. Boom. So you'll notice it. I'll make 2 of these, and then I'll go here, copy the CFrame position, paste the CFrame position here, copy this CFrame position, make the CFrame position here. Boom, boom, boom. Centered perfectly. Then we can just go like this, and if I want this in the center of this, I'll just go position copy, and CFrame position copy. Boom. See, you don't even have to drag anything. Don't even select and drag things. Instead of just being like this all the time. Ooh, like a loser. Like, look at this. Ooh, I have to make everything match perfectly. Ooh, I think this is the center, so I'm just gonna put this part here. Like, no, you don't have to do any of that. Like struggling to find the center. Like, I think the center's here. Like, I'll just put it here. No, you don't need to do any of that silly stuff. Go to CFrame position, copy that, and then put CFrame position, copy that. Boom. See, perfectly centered. You don't even have to worry about being slightly uneven. You can just do it perfectly. Now I'll select this part and I'll go down to CFrame position and I'll copy that and I'll go here to world pivot, or no, origin, and I'll put that in origin. Boom. Boom. Perfect. And you don't even have to log. Control D, I'll make another one. And then copy this position, paste into this position. Boom, perfect. Well, almost perfect, but you know. See, we don't even have to move it.